write it. So, hey, Cudahy to all my friends and relatives in four directions. This is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake. I'm here to ask you for your support. Finding honest Native-centered news is not easy. But with your support, we're able to provide accurate information about Standing Rock, Line 3, treaty violations, and COVID-19 in our Native communities. Please visit Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon and donate if you can. That's Native Roots Radio Network on Patreon. Pinigigi, and thank you for your support.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagd.org.
The Minneapolis Police Department is hiring, and we're looking for people ready to lead, serve, and reflect the communities we protect.
Whether you're a new graduate, changing careers, or already in law enforcement, there's a path for you to join our department.
With top-tier pay, full benefits, paid training, and a direct path to making a difference, this is more than a job. This is your chance to shape the future of Minneapolis Police.
Choose service. Choose leadership. Choose Minneapolis. Visit our city website to learn more.
Hi, Penny here from Nightingale in Minneapolis. Exciting news! During the warmer months, we're extending our charm to the patio. Imagine savoring your favorite dishes outside, surrounded by the lively energy of South Minneapolis near 26th and Lyndale. And guess what? Nightingale's patio is not just a dining space, it's also dog-friendly. Craft cocktails, curated wines, and half-price bottles of wine on Mondays are still part of the deal. Open daily 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. with a full menu until midnight. Join us at Nightingale where good times and great flavors come together.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 64, then Tuesday, cloudy with a high of 83. He's greedy, he's scrumptious, he's horrid. The enormous crocodile slithers onto the stage on the U.S. premiere of this smash UK hit at Children's Theatre. From jungle creatures to outer space adventures and a wild dance party, you won't want to miss it. October 1st through November 23rd. Tickets at childrenstheatre.org.
Portions of Native Roots Radio may be pre-recorded.
It's a good day to be indigenous.
Get up, stand up.
They are going to become more brutal.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake. Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Cudahy to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events. And as you know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, I just got a jam-packed, I have to sneeze here for a second here. Wow, good thing for that sneeze button. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, we have Executive Director of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center, Ruth Anna Buffalo on today, and also Bob Blake. I always like to say Bob Blake from Red Lake, but Bob Blake, Solar Bear with the Solar News and Sports. We're going to talk about some of the things that happened here sports-wise this last weekend. And just recently, the Twins manager was fired today, just a little bit before we got on. Before I get Ruth on, I just want to mention a quick thing here that the Pentagon wants to preserve the Wounded Knee Medals of Honor. And that's under Pete Hegsteth, Minnesota born and raised, and a former Fox News contributor, and a former person in the military, but has no idea what he's doing. So again, it was a slaughter in 1890 of our relatives, a Wounded Knee massacre, and they're gonna give them back their medals that were revoked. And a lot of Native leaders are upset about this, and I'm not a Native leader, but I am too. And then that's one of the things that's going on here news-wise. And why don't I get Ruth Anna on here right now and talk about some positive things? Ruth Anna, welcome as always to Native Roots Radio. Great to see you.
Hi, thank you. Can you see me and hear me? Sorry, I got a bad voice today.
Oh no, yes, I can hear you. You look really good. The lighting's perfect. The voice is a little different. I'm not sure if it's you or not, but we'll pretend it is.
I suppose it's just a combination of allergies and but
there's things going around, I heard, and if you've been listening to the show for the last week or so, it sounds like I have a cold because I do. And it's lasted a long time here. Ruth Anna, welcome as always. I want to mention something that's been near and dear to your heart for many years too. It's a National Day of Remembrance for U.S. Indian boarding school survivors, and we know that this is an Orange Shirt Day, and it's really big for us. And in the past half a dozen years, there's been a lot more talked about this, which is really good.
Yes, for sure. I think the more we have these conversations, the better, and it's always good to raise awareness and education to others outside of the Native community that aren't familiar. But yes, having served on the board of directors for NABS, or National Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition, for 6 years, definitely was deeply immersed in the topic and the pain, the struggle, and the need for healing. So feel a little bit lighter being off the board. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Because it is, it's constant heaviness. I mean, you're, it hits home for all of us. And you revisit those stories and harms that your family experienced. And it's always heartbreaking to know and learn of, like my mom, she was sent away to boarding school 5 years old. And I say that, just to share, but not for that knowledge to be weaponized against myself or my family, because there's a lot of good things happening today. Like, we are still here, and we're doing a lot of groundwork to a lot of behind the scenes work, I guess you can say, and making sure we're healing from past traumas. And so it's always good to acknowledge and continue to move forward.
Absolutely. Speaking of continuing to move forward, I know at Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center, we can switch gears, and there's a lot of really good things happening there. And let's talk a little bit about that. And maybe what you could do too is just talk a little bit about the history before we get on what's happening this week and the exciting news that happens at Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center. I know it's been 40 years around, and I ran into a former executive director, Patina Park, at the 50th anniversary of the Indian Center in Minneapolis, and it was fun talking to her and just taking notes of all the great work that you and past directors have done.
Yes, thank you. It's definitely huge footsteps to follow, and we definitely take the responsibility very serious. We definitely do not take this role or this responsibility or this point in time lightly, for what we are tasked with. And so super thankful for our founders of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center, who had the strength and courage to come together 40 years ago and find ways to help our communities not only survive but thrive. And so unfortunately, we're still kind of seeing some of those same nuances or some of those same struggles today, but hoping that we'll find long-term solutions. And I believe, though, things have gotten better over time. It's just different struggles that we face today. We have a huge unsheltered issue and opioid issue, and so would have liked to have participated in like the 50th anniversary of the Indian Center or other doings, but we've been really deeply immersed on the ground here and serving the community to the best of our ability, and keeping our doors open and trying to find solutions in real time for the unsheltered relatives, but also not forgetting about the entire population as well that may not be unsheltered at this time or may be on the cusp of potentially becoming unsheltered. So a lot of new changes are happening, but nothing new to a population that is very resilient and strong and encouraging and prayerful people. So.
Wow, really, really, really good points. We are the resistance experts, Ruth Anna, and I appreciate you bringing that up. One of the things too, Patina Park brought up too, is that she was really excited about the things that are happening. I believe you're at the office, so above you, the new units and how that's taking place right now. Really exciting and positive news for our relatives that you guys serve.
Yes, we recently opened the Oshki Gakia units upstairs, which means new path or new beginning. And so we're super thankful for Patina's work and everyone who came together. I believe since 2019, the plans for upstairs began, and it's been quite the process. And so we're super thankful to be here to continue moving their good work forward. But yes, we have moved from 14 2 to 3 bedroom units to 24 single units, and definitely listen to the community's concerns and feedback. And we know there was questions as to why we moved from 14 2 to 3 bedroom family units, but it's to 24 single units. We have a lot of single outward facing people, but who are moms and dads working to get to a place of stability to be reunited with their children. So it is a stepping stone for many of our families, and we're super thankful to be in this position to help the community.
Wow, great words. Hey, we're here with Ruth Anna Buffalo, Executive Director of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center here in the Minneapolis, and she's got a little cold going on here. People listening on the radio, it definitely is Ruth Anna Buffalo. Hey, we'll be right back. This is Native Roots Radio.
The Minneapolis Police Department is hiring, and we're looking for people ready to lead, serve, and reflect the communities we protect.
Whether you're a new graduate, changing careers, or already in law enforcement, there's a path for you to join our department.
With top-tier pay, full benefits, paid training, and a direct path to making a difference, this is more than a job. This is your chance to shape the future of Minneapolis police.
Choose service. Choose leadership. Choose Minneapolis. Visit our city website to learn more.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGTI. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagti.org.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with MIWRC. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. MIWRC dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to MIWRC on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Greg Bakken here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. MIWRC has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had, made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. MIWRC's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, MAVRICSbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are here with our friend Ruth Anna Buffalo, Executive Director of Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center here in the Twin Cities. Just the great work that your organization does, and we were talking a little bit about the past workers that have been there and how great they've set some really good things up. And I really liked your explanation, too, about why this is so important that you've changed the size of these units. It's awesome news, and you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. Manzagadats, yeah, we have a great team here, and with a lot of big hearts, and we're trying to support the community the best we can, and always making adjustments and improvements along the way, and open to suggestions for sure. I believe we got a community meeting that will be scheduled and posted as soon as we get that date finalized. There will also be a grand opening for the new tenant units, Oshki Gakia, which means new beginnings or new path. And I believe that date is set for November 13th between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. And then we have our art market, fall art market, this Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And my mom is going to be here, and she'll have a booth set up. So we're looking forward to her participating in her first market with us. So.
Wow, very cool. And a possible cakewalk that day, maybe.
We'll see. Yeah, we can see, maybe improvise out front on the sidewalk out there.
Yeah. Can bring some chalk and help you out with that. Hey, what else is going on? I know, again, the great work that you do, and I just love that you can come on and amplify what's happening at Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center here in the Twin Cities. And I know people that listen to the show all across the country are really interested. And probably you get a lot of people reaching out to you, too, and mirroring what your great organization does.
Yes, we're definitely dialing in more on the resource side of things. We're going to start transporting individuals who sign up to St. Paul this Friday for the career building sessions that are going to be hosted by the American Indian Family Center. And then we're hoping to build off of existing partnerships here with Minnesota Fund and Dakota Institute on getting something held in-house here. We have our weekly Tuesday Resource Connect, where service providers are on site and individuals can get connected to housing, treatment, and mental health services. We have our existing partnership with MIWRC Clinic with Red Lake Nation. And we're also going to be doing some more crafting and evening sessions with singing. And in October, we will be welcoming 2 new staff members in the recovery capacity through AmeriCorps. We'll have a recovery navigator and a recovery services coordinator. And then we just hired a tenant case manager, and we will be hiring a tenant services coordinator. And then we're working in partnership with Shelter Corps as our third-party management group for the Oshki Gakia tenant units.
You're getting really good at saying that now.
I know.
During the show. Awesome. Don't ask me to say it, Ruth. You know how I am. I can't even pronounce English names, let alone native names. Well, that's exciting. So, the things that happen there, and I really, you guys always, the word isn't sell out, but you guys always fill up when you're doing your art. I know that I'm waiting for the days that you can show us how to make moccasins and maybe some star quilts. I'll be down there.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We just had a 2-day all-staff training called Walking in Balance from an individual from Oklahoma. It was a really good session. They gave us like a workbook and a training manual to accompany it, and we did a lot of crafting and listening to stories and sharing our stories too. So it was very engaging, but we definitely felt the need for more community crafting and storytelling, or just visiting, because it's good.
Yeah, well, last time I was down there, you were doing a ledger art. You had some artists showing the community how to do that. That was fabulous. I saw a few of those that came out. Some friends of mine that took that class, and it was amazing that we have these leaders amongst us.
Yes, I agree. It was really heartwarming to see the room filled up with community members and fully engaged in the making of ledger art. We recently hosted a cradle making board session with Dr. Elena Eagleshield from Standing Rock and her husband. And so it was really good to have that same space filled up with cradle board making, and we will have another session coming up sometime soon. Not everybody was able to get into that session because I believe they capped it at 10 or 12, but we definitely listen and hear to all community input and feedback, and so we will be hosting another session. And so we're looking forward to also getting the sweat lodge back up and running now that construction is completed of the top 2 floors of Oshki Gakia tenant units. So
Well, and it's so important too. Well, one of the things I wanted to say is my nation, when we're making cradle boards, you have to be a little careful, because if you and your partner don't have a baby, you may have one if you're making a cradle board. Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah, it was, for sure.
So you have to be careful and really diligent at making those, because there may be a surprise later on.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and that's great too. And how important it is for our community to be able to sweat, a woman sweat, a man sweat, how it is that it's so important for us to get closer to the Creator and those things. So that's exciting news, and that's another Twin City sweat that people can go to. That's great.
Yes, we're looking forward to it, and also hosting seasonal feasts and giveaways through our traditional healing practitioner, George Goglai Jr. And so, we're looking forward to another session of Kids Night Out, I believe this week, tomorrow, September 30th, 5 p.m., where Elder Donna LaChapelle will be on site, and she'll be explaining the different traditional medicines. Donna LaChapelle will be here at MIWRC twice a week to cleanse the building. And she's also elder in residence for our family services program department. So.
Wow, it just must be great to show up to work and have all these committed people to our community and that work there, that also come there and help. I'm just so happy that we're able to amplify the great work that you and the people that work at Minnesota Indian Women's Resource Center does. Again, I really want to put out there every time you get on, how can people find out more, and also how can people give to this great program that you have?
Yes, for sure. Our website is MIWRC.org, and there you'll find all the good information, career opportunities, how to donate, and our event schedule. We also are in a partnership with U of M students with the School of Business, Carlson School of Business, where we met with them today on site over there. And they're taking our organization on and going to provide some guidance and proposals on how they can help us move forward. And so we're looking forward to that. And we also have support from Metro State's internship program there. But yeah, we're just super thankful for the founders, the previous CEOs, the board, previous boards, the community who is from here. And I respectfully always say that I'm a visitor here and I'm just here to help move the good work forward and be more behind the scenes and have our community members who are from here be more out front and be our spokespeople.
Well, that would be a great microphone drop right now at the end of the segment. But I just have to ask you one thing. Are you as angry as I am about the women's basketball team, the Lynx? Geez, what the heck?
Yeah.
These referees.
We watched it last night and I only saw the highlights from the previous game last night. But yeah, we watched the game last night and it was disappointing. And yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, good. You are a former politician, and that was a great response. Thank you so much. And above on, even though you're not feeling well, I really, really, really appreciate you coming on when we need you, and the great work try to amplify the great work that you're doing.
It's a good odds. Make which.
Pinagigi. Don't forget that ho chunk.
Pinagigi. Oh, gee.
You have to work on that one after your cold is over. Hey.
Yeah, it's not my throat's not letting me.
Oh, shoot. Thanks again, Ruth Anna Buffalo. Hey, up next, Bob Blake from Red Lake. I always have to say that once. We'll be right back.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with MIWRC. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. MIWRC dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to MIWRC on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting nagd.org.
The Minneapolis Police Department is hiring, and we're looking for people ready to lead, serve, and reflect the communities we protect.
Whether you're a new graduate, changing careers, or already in law enforcement, there's a path for you to join our department.
With top-tier pay, full benefits, paid training, and a direct path to making a difference, this is more than a job. This is your chance to shape the future of Minneapolis police.
Choose service. Choose leadership. Choose Minneapolis. Visit our city website to learn more.
This is Mitch, owner of Junk Masters. Feeling overwhelmed by clutter? Spring's the perfect time to reclaim your space and peace of mind. Renting a dumpster is costly, and it all ends up in the landfill. Just show us what goes. We give usable items a second life by donating them. No calling all over town trying to figure out who takes what. We do the legwork for you. Easy, cost-effective, and local. There's no obligation. Visit junkmastersmn.com today.
End-of-life decisions are not easy to make. Hi, I'm Mary T. of Mary T. Hospice Care. It's important to make sure that this difficult time is meaningful and comforting to you and your loved ones. Our hospice team provides an individualized program of physical, emotional, spiritual, and practical care so your loved one is comfortable and not in pain. At Mary T. Hospice, we understand that choosing the right hospice care provider can be overwhelming, but we're here to assist you. Learn more today at marytinc.com.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected for extreme weather and hail damage? This is Chad, owner of AM 950, to talk about the exterior construction company I trust, Snap Construction. If you've noticed new roofing projects in your neighborhood, your home was likely hit by hail last summer and experienced damage. Snap Construction is helping homeowners like you, and they're the roofing specialists I trust. They are the most well-reviewed contractor in the Twin Cities and have a ton of positive customer reviews from homeowners just like you. Even better, Snap Construction's installations are backed by a lifetime warranty, so you know you're dealing with a qualified roofing expert. You want to work with a company that will be here for a long time after the work is done. Snap Construction has handled thousands of claims and will help you through the process. Do yourself a favor and get a free roofing inspection so you have the facts and peace of mind you deserve. Call Snap Construction today at 612-333-SNAP. That's 612-333-SNAP, or visit snapconstruction.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 64, then Tuesday, cloudy with a high of 83. Cafe Latte is unlike any restaurant you've ever experienced. Grab a tray and pick from their award-winning selections of soups, salads, sandwiches, and mouth-watering desserts. Cafe Latte, Victoria Street and Grand Avenue in St. Paul, or cafelatte.com.
AM 950 KTN up, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
I'm Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, and I want to be your next United States Senator, and you are listening to Native Roots Radio.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert Pilot. Before I get Bob Blake from Red Lake on, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Ernie Stevens Jr. Family. He passed away, and he had oversaw record-breaking growth in the tribal gaming, and he has been an activist, community activist. Died suddenly at age 66, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Chairman Stevens, and it's a sad deal, and I just wanted to say that. We have Bob Blake on here, and we're going to talk about Solar Bear with Solar News, and also Bob's reoccurring now the Solar Bear with the news and sports. So there's a lot going on here, a lot of sad things, but with sporting here, with the Vikings losing, the Lynx losing, and we are now have our looking for a new manager, and also the Packers tying. So we have to talk about our civic media affiliates too here, and the Brewers are in the playoffs. So that's good. But we got Solar Bear with Solar News, and here's Bob Blake to lead us off.
Yeah, Robert, if I could just also to offer my condolences to the Stevens family. Ernie, man, he was a good buddy of Bill's. Him and Bill were good friends. When Bill passed away, I mean, the Stevens family was there to offer support, and you know, Ernie the Third. My hearts are my prayers are with you, bud. You're the best guy in the world, man, and I'm really sorry for your family's loss over there. So, yeah, I just want to be able to say that. Thanks, Robert. He did so much for gaming. And you know, for Indian country as a whole, basketball player extraordinaire, and just did a lot of good things for his people, man. So really proud and really honored to have known Ernie and his family, the third. And I knew his son, you know, he was doing a documentary with Bill, and they were working together. So just really good people all around, man.
Yeah, and he was the chairman of Oneida, correct?
Yep, Oneida. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've had an opportunity to meet him a few times in the past 4 years working with my tribe, Ho-Chunk Nation. So I appreciate those good words, Bob. And it's always difficult. It sounds like it was sudden, and no one's ever prepared for this. So we got some things happening, and I want to have a conversation with you before we get into the sports on the last segment. You know, I mentioned earlier too that you know, they want to change the National Day of Remembrance, or not change that, but the Wounded Knee medals going back, they were taken away for the medals of honor that were given out during the massacre of Wounded Knee, and now Pete Hegstead thinks they should get them back. So here we go.
right? Here we go. Any way that we can cause division, right?
Yeah,
And
no doubt.
cause turmoil in this country, this administration is going to do. So, this isn't something that's a surprise, Robert. To be quite honest with you, I believe this is par for the course, um, as you would say, for the Trump administration and the Donald. So, this was so long ago, and it really is something that I think that any way that this administration can nitpick and just tug at everybody, they're going to do. So I would like everybody to continue to keep focused on what's important, and that is preparing for this next election to vote these guys out, and to be able to start organizing. Remember, I always think about what Malcolm X said, is that we're not outnumbered, we're just out organized, and and that's the truth. And so let's make sure that we vote this next time around, and we get these guys, and we get our country back, because we deserve it. And so I think that's what's really got to happen. And I think with with everything else that's happening there, with let's just be honest, with Epstein and all this other stuff, I think they'll do everything they can to avoid what's clearly pointing them in the face.
Well, I didn't want to get too much into this, but I think we can talk about another mass shooting, another Republican, gun-loving Republican shooting and killing people now at a Mormon church this last Sunday. So
Well,
the more it changes, the more it stays the same.
And once again, Robert, I think it's these I'm sorry, these bro podcasters, who get on here and they can say anything they want, and they radicalize these individuals, and they send them out like ticking time bombs out into the public, and they make them feel like they don't have a future. They make them feel like there is no hope for them. And so they turn to violence. They turn to what they think is going to give them some significance in their life, which is the wrong thing. And it's so sad that this is the place and the norm that we've come now to, that there's another mass shooting, another mass shooting, another mass shooting. And, I would just like these individuals that are out there that are radicalizing these individuals to, think about, the greater good in society. But I mean, they got their listeners, they got their people that listen to them, and they got their sponsors, the NRA and all these other folks that sponsor these programs. I mean, it's sad, Robert.
Yeah, well, and that's why it's great to have you on the show. Two, that we are on civic media all over Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, and in the Twin Cities with AM 950, to be able to speak our truth, because I like to bring this up every once in a while, that roughly 9 companies own 90%, 95% of media. And so you just by saying that, and us being on the air and on streaming on YouTube and Facebook and Blue Sky, that's appreciate you saying those words, because we have to talk and fight back.
Yeah, and I think more importantly, Robert, we've got to be able to continue to say that there is a future, there is hope. Our kids are watching us right now, and the decisions that we're making, the moves that we're doing, they're watching us. And, it's like in our community, Robert, it's all about the next 7 generations. So, I would like everybody to remember that. And, which brings me into the first story from the Solar Bear with the Solar News, Robert. And, Carrier, the air conditioning people, the HVAC people. Yeah. Well, guess what, Robert? They want to be able to put batteries now with their air conditioning systems, right? And here's what they want to do, Robert. They want to be able to offset usage from the grid onto these batteries, right, through these little computer systems. And this will be able to help with our grid capacity and are be able to service customers. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Robert, with these AI data centers coming online, they are going to suck a lot of juice, Robert. And so, I think this is a great idea, and I'm really happy to see Carrier thinking about this. And this is just another way and another tool for us to fight climate change.
Yeah. Well, and also the crypto buildings too are sucking out all of this energy. That's just unbelievably amazing what they're going to be doing here with our grid.
Yeah, and it really is really cool, and to see a lot of these technologies come place, and that's why I say this is a bump in the road. Everyone, we're going to get through this. We're going to get back on track, but we are running out of time, Robert. And one of the things that is happening right now too is China is shifting to renewables quicker and faster than we thought they could. So. Seeing that China is moving in this direction at this speed is really good for the world and for for the rest of the countries that are seeing this happen. And so now remember, Robert, they use the most greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
So let's just keep this in perspective, everybody.
Right.
But the fact that they are investing in renewable energy is a really good sign. That they're moving in the right direction, and the rest of the world should take suit, because we see that them, with renewable energy, that they want to be world leaders. We need to continue to keep our world leadership, and it's going to be through cheap energy.
Definitely, definitely. And all these people over the years that you've talked about with roads becoming solar capable and things like that, that's still happening across the world. And it's just now we have the pause almost here in this country because of what's happening in the GOP and the Republicans.
Well, this is what I call the fossil fuel industry's death row, Robert. This is their last death row. This is kind of it after this. So I think they see the writing on the wall. I think that they know that things are going to change this next administration. And I'll tell you what, Robert, we're going to go back to pushing renewables in this country, making the advances in technology that we need to. We're not going to kick out our smartest people again, like we did in this administration. And so I want to be a part of, I already told you, Robert, you know what I'm thinking about. And I'm telling you, I want to be a part of that next lead in this country. So.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Bob, we only got a minute left in this segment, and I know we got to talk a lot of sports. I just want you to give an opportunity. I see you traveling all over the country and giving talks on solar energy and the benefits. Let people know where you're going to be next, and also where were you last week? I saw that you were a keynote speaker, and I see these things popping up all the time. We don't talk enough about your work.
Oh yeah, well I was named as one of the GRIS 50 fixers in the United States, and it was put together at the Clinton Global Initiative. Yeah, everyone, it's a nice little award. Very humble, thank you so much. It was great. And then tomorrow I will be at the Fresh Energy Benefit Breakfast. I think we got about 800 or 900 attendees. So it's going to be a heck of a morning tomorrow. So really excited to speak and see everybody tomorrow.
Wow. Hey, we're here with Bob Blake, and that's the Solar Bear with the Solar News. And we really appreciate you and all the accomplishments and all the years you've been on Native Roots Radio. Up next, the Solar Bear with the sports. Ho-wah. We'll be right back after this short break. Please stay with us.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Four Sisters Farmers Market is more than a place to shop for delicious organic food. It's a celebration of Indigenous culture, food sovereignty, and community. Now in its 11th season, the market offers healthy, affordable, culturally appropriate local foods every Thursday from 11 to 3. Located on the American Indian Cultural Corridor off Franklin Avenue, Four Sisters Farmers Market is a project of NAGD. Every Thursday now through October, Discover more about Four Sisters Farmers Market by visiting NACD.org.
The Minneapolis Police Department is hiring, and we're looking for people ready to lead, serve, and reflect the communities we protect.
Whether you're a new graduate, changing careers, or already in law enforcement, there's a path for you to join our department.
With top-tier pay, full benefits, paid training, and a direct path to making a difference, this is more than a job. This is your chance to shape the future of Minneapolis police.
Choose service. Choose leadership. Choose Minneapolis. Visit our city website to learn more.
The Park Tavern in St. Louis Park is the perfect place for fun. Their bowling lanes are a blast. Their full menu is amazing. Burgers, tacos, wings, sliders, pizza, dinners, and more. Or try their weekend breakfast menu. Enjoy all the games on their numerous TVs while enjoying their drink menu and happy hour specials. And the patio is open to enjoy the warmer months. And even when it's not too warm, they've got heaters and curtains. On Louisiana Avenue north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park, your next get-together with friends or family will be great at the Park Tavern.
Welcome back to Native Roots Radio Presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are here with Bob Blake from Red Lake, the great Red Lake Nation here. And he's Solar Bear, the owner of Solar Bear, but it's Solar Bear with the sports. And let me start off, Bob, by just saying, well, the Gophers won Saturday. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, at least one of the Minnesota teams won this weekend. Hey,
Wow, yeah.
but Robert, how about the Minnesota Twins? I mean,
Yeah.
they're Rocco Baldelli is out, buddy. And I
Yeah.
know you're always at the Twin. There's a Native Roots the trading post out there, isn't there? The store?
There was 2 years ago, yeah, when they were still winning. But yeah, their record's been really bad the last 2 years, and looked like last year they were going to make the playoffs, and they went like 12-30 the rest of the way and didn't make the playoffs. And this year they did the fire sale, so I don't know how much you can manage when you got the brass trading all your players away. That's
I was gonna say, I don't know how you expect the manager to win if you traded everybody away.
right.
So, boy, I tell you, it's going to be interesting. I know the Pohlads want to sell the franchise, Robert.
Well, they changed their mind a couple weeks ago, and they're not going to sell it now, and they're looking for investors. And it's like, okay, all right, what does that mean, and what the heck's going on here?
I mean, isn't that kind of still like a sale, though? I mean, you got investors come, you know what I mean? So I just kind of wonder, like, are we going to get a winning team out there? You know what I mean? And are they going to make the investments that we need? So I wonder if Alex Rodriguez or, some of these other guys might want to like put together an investment team to come take it over like they did the Timberwolves. But, Robert, this has become a business. And I'm telling you, I always say, the NFL, right? $20 billion they made last year. And, and then we get, we pay for the stadiums, the
teams.
The public tax dollars pay for their. So I think it's quite the racket these sports teams have where they privatize the wealth, but socialize the cost. Do you hear what I'm saying, though?
Well, not only that, Bob, but Major League, I think baseball too, but I know for sure football is a nonprofit organization. Those businesses are nonprofit. So they use all the leverage that nonprofits can do by writing things off. And I mean, when the Pohlads say they're losing, $40 million, that's just on paper. That's not real.
Yeah, really. No, that's for sure. And I tell you what, Robert, this whole industry is amazing in what it's doing. So, I mean, you're going to, and then what they do is they threaten to take the team out of the state or whatever it is like that. So then,
Right.
of course, then we got to like come up with a new stadium or something. Anyways, I'm just saying that, we here in Minnesota probably shouldn't support all these sports teams because we don't have the market to do it. But because we have so much money here, we're able to do it and afford it.
Right.
So, anyways, that happened. And then the Minnesota Lynx were knocked out of the playoffs. The top seed, Robert.
The referees are crooked, and I'm not watching another game. I'm dead serious.
I mean, Neficia Collier, she got taken out. The
Right.
star of the team. They picked up that Dejani Carrington, I believe her name was the Carrington.
Mhm.
That I mean, she's incredible. She was out for the series. So I mean, having some key players out, man, was really tough on the team.
Well, how can you as get rid of the head coach for the last game and fine her? Usually other sports teams will go, okay, well, this person doesn't like refereeing and saying things and went crazy after the end of the game. Usually those suspensions start in the beginning of the next year, not the most important game of the year. So again, I don't know if the WNBA knows what they're doing.
I really wish that they would have, allowed Cheryl Reeve to, at least coach out the team for the remainder of the series. Give her suspension on the next game or something, the next series. But that was a hard one to take. And then the Minnesota Vikings lost on Sunday. Once again, Aaron Rodgers pulls it out at the end, Robert.
I hate him. Can I say that on the air? I hate him.
And Robert, what is this 40-40 tie between the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers? I mean, I'm just saying, like, couldn't they like just let them play it out and just get a winner? I mean, why do we still have ties in NFL?
Well, first of all, I thought that the Packers had a great defense. How did they give up 40 points to the also ran Cowboys? I don't know. They have a bye week this week, the Packers do, and hopefully they can figure it out. And again, we want to give a shout out to our civic media family in Wisconsin, but I hope they win 2 games. The Vikings win 2 more games, and they happen to be against the Packers. Oh, well.
Well, I think Josh Jacobs looked great in the game last night for the Packers. Romeo Doubs had like 3 touchdowns, I believe. He had a monster evening. Micah Parsons, he had that sack. I mean, I thought Dak Prescott was going to score that touchdown if Micah Parsons didn't get him. So I thought Micah Parsons made a great play at saving that touchdown for the Packers. So, I mean, I think all in all, Robert, they look great. But I mean, you're at Dallas. I mean, Dak Prescott is just firing on all 4 cylinders. I mean, I don't know.
New coach for Dallas now.
Yep.
So,
yep. It was a good game. Sunday night, you know how these like games are in the evening. They get up. I mean, so tonight we've got the Jets playing. And then we've also got the Broncos going tonight. So, I think it's going to be, we got 2 games tonight on Monday night. The Jets are going to be playing the Miami Dolphins, and the Broncos are going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals don't have Joe Burrow tonight still.
Yes. I know, it's crazy. Well, hey, and back up too, if we're going talking about other teams, the Chiefs won, and I still their highest score in many years here, and I still hate I still like the fact that the networks don't show it, but they still do the tomahawk chop there, and you hear it in the background. So bad on those races. Just want to
for real. I think it's time they move on, honestly. And then Robert, we've got 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL: the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh my gosh.
So we might have, looking at who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Those are the 2 contenders right now, but it's going to be a tough call. Lamar Jackson, I saw, got hurt in that Chiefs and Ravens game. He was probably up for one of the MVP spots. And how about Daniel Jones over in Indianapolis Colts and Sam Darnold out in Seattle? two Minnesota quarterbacks that are like probably neck and neck for the MVP right now. Who could have predicted that, Robert?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's just our luck again here in Minnesota as sad sports fans here. Very sad.
Yeah, exactly. The Lynx were our saving grace, but oh well.
Yeah. Look what they did to them. Hey, Bob Blake, Solar Bear with the news and sports. Thank you so much again for stopping in on Monday.
Yep, that was the Solar Bear with the solar news and sports. Thank you.
Hey, we'll see everyone tomorrow. This has been Native Roots Radio. Ho!
The Minneapolis Police Department is hiring, and we're looking for people